discuss an opportunity to evolve. I just finished a great coaching call with an amazing woman, and really one of the things that came forward for me was the opportunity we have every single moment of our lives to choose evolution. Not to choose victimhood, but to choose evolution. So what does that look like? One of the things that I've mentioned to you all many times is becoming a student of one's emotions, becoming a student of your emotions. Now, in the real world application of that, it means when something charges you, when something bothers you, when you get distracted, when you get whatever it may be that somebody else does to you and you have an emotional reaction to that, a little flag should go up that say ding, 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 ding. Here's an opportunity to go deeper and say, well, why did that bother me? Has nothing to do with that person. Has absolutely nothing to do with that person. It has to do with your opportunity to evolve in the consciousness to which you are currently residing. That's why it came forward. That's why you had a reaction. It wasn't God's way of spitting on you or someone's way of being mean to you. It had to do with you're a spiritual being having a human experience, and you're learning how to navigate this human experience. Navigating the human experience doesn't mean labeling someone else as mean or distrustful or threatening or terrible or mischievous or all these other labels that we put on someone. It has to do with saying, thank you, I love you, you showed me a part of myself that I haven't been looking at myself. So can you apply that? The way you apply that, the way you look at that is saying, well, if I'm judging that person, if I'm having a reaction to that person, if an aspect of that individual is bothering me, who views me that way? Who views me as this terrible way that I think is outside of myself? Because the only reason you have reacted to it, the only reason that it has bothered your chemical balance inside of your body is simply because you think it is outside of yourself. So God, Spirit, whatever you want to call it, has now showcased that specific personality characteristic to you to demonstrate here's an opportunity to go deeper in the resonance of your loving, of who you are, of the frequency to which you fluctuate in the world. Because if you're always having this volatility and polarity, then the frequency of the loving to which you can possess for your family, for your friends, for your pets, for all of your loved ones is smaller if you allow it to be smaller. The opportunity for evolution, for your own soul's growth, is looking at all of the emotional reactions you have day after day after day and becoming a student of those, becoming a student of your emotions. Because when you do that, you can literally lift the air. You can lift all of the energy, all of the rocks that you're holding onto your back and just start throwing them and getting rid of them and putting them back into the ocean because they don't belong on your back. And when you have that reaction, then that rock gets charged, and then it creates volatility inside of you. How many of you listening to this can relate? Me? I'm far from perfect. I know that. But what I am aware of is when I have an emotional reaction about something, when I become bothered by something, when something triggers inside of me, the first question I'm asking is, well, who views me in that same way? And where is that triggering point in my past? Because it's not always in the past. Sometimes it's in the future. But most of the time we get triggered by the things in our past that we have not learned to love and appreciate about ourselves. So the only reason it shows up in our present day moment is to teach us to learn to love and appreciate our past. And we do that by becoming the student of our emotions. This is the true opportunity of evolution. This is the true opportunity that we take every day Do we want to look back in 10, 15, 20, our entire lifetime and say, oh, I wish I had actually learned to appreciate that? Because often when people are sitting on their deathbeds, when they have very little years or moments left in their life, they become deeply grateful for the things that had bothered them for years. What is that? Because all of a sudden their subconscious mind floods to their consciousness and they begin to recognize the truth. The truth is we are always doing the best that we know how. That person was not trying to piss you off. Let me say that again. That person who you are so bothered by is not trying to piss you off. They are simply doing the best that they know how. It's your perception, it's my perception that thinks their action, the way that they demonstrated themselves, is out of a truth, out of a way of being. It's a misinterpretation of reality. So you've held a certain belief system that people are not supposed to act a certain way. And then when they do, what happens? You have that emotional volatility, you have that emotional reaction because they have broken what you deem as a law of being. The only law of being is ultimately love. Love is just taking all of these complementary opposites, bringing them together, unifying them together in the kindness and the cruelty and the good and the bad and the naughty and the nice, all together. And when we see that and our mind becomes appreciative, grateful for both the appearance of the good, the appearance of the bad, and we do at the end of the day is just say thank you. Thank you for offering this opportunity into my life. Thank you for offering this chance to go deeper in the resonance and the frequency of my capacity to love, my capacity to see the world from a loving state of being. Because does it feel good to hold on to that judgment? Does it feel good to hold on to that resentment? I know for myself it doesn't. And when I clear that and when I let it go, all I'm really left with is this deep, profound state of thankfulness, of inner peace, of gratitude for what is. Gratitude for what is in this world. And it is incredible how gifted, how amazing our life truly is when we simply surrender to the things that we cannot change. We cannot change the way people act. We cannot change the way an individual makes a decision. All we can actually change and shift is our reaction to it. Nothing ever has meaning until the meaning that we give it. So if we give it a certain meaning, if we label that person as bad, if we label that person as being a certain way, then we haven't seen the other side. We haven't seen the equilibrated perspective of that situation. This, my friends, this is our opportunity to evolve. This is our opportunity to deepen in all of the capacity of love that's within our being, all the capacity for inner peace that is capable and ready to fully immerse into the world. Because there's a big, strong, beautiful light inside of you that is strengthened by this wisdom inside of your soul, and it's ready to come out. It's ready to be released into the world. So do yourself a favor, and instead of being a victim of circumstance, become really a powerful creator of the present. Be a powerful creator into the life that you always dreamed possible. This is the opportunity. This is the dream. Aloha. Namaste.